Hey, welcome to Pat and Lou. This is our brand new channel. I'm Pat.
I'm Lou.
We're just gonna hang out. We're gonna talk about some random stuff. We'll have some video vlogs. We'll have some pranks. We'll have some sports commentary, which is a big one. I don't know. What else, Lou?
No, I think you pretty much covered it. Mainly sports and if there's anything after a while that you guys want to discuss. I mean, there's no limitation to our sports knowledge either. Wrestling, football, baseball, MMA,
Curling.
He'll cover soccer and curling. I definitely got badminton, any kind of ping pong. He'll cover the basics, you know.
Anyway, it's not all about sports. It is a lot about sports. We like sports. You're going to come to find out that, like, for the NFL, I'm a diehard Bills fan. Absolutely. I bleed blue and red. Lou, you kind of like an off-the-wall team.
I'm a diehard Raiders fan. Always have been. Day one. Best team ever.
Even though we both disagree on what team we like, we both agree on the teams we don't like.
Yep, and number one would,
Pittsburgh
get a lot of
Steelers.
people pissed off here. Yeah,
Pittsburgh Steelers.
by the Steelers. Hey, it's not even the team that we hate the most. I think it's mainly the fans.
Yes.
Because they just can't admit they lose. They always have an excuse.
When you live in the area we do, you start to find out that we lost because of the bad call. We lost because the sun was in somebody's eyes. We lost because the clouds were in somebody's eyes. We lost because Big Ben stubbed his left toe 4 years ago during the incident where they erased the videotape.
Yeah.
Like,
week one, it's always stairway to seven. Stairway to seven.
oh my God.
And if your team actually beats them, say week one, the Bills play the Steelers, and say the Bills destroy the Steelers, you approach any Steelers fan, and the first response you're going to get is, "We have 6 rings. How many do you have?"
Yes.
God.
I mean,
Not all Steelers fans are like that, but the majority are.
at least in this area, without
Yes.
a doubt.
Yes.
Lou, you were talking about, as we're talking about football, the Steelers, the Raiders. What's Ben's record in the Black Hole out in Oakland? Or Los Angeles, wherever they're from now?
Actually, in the Black Hole, he has not won, but he does have one win in Pittsburgh.
He's 0 for whatever.
4 in Oakland.
Is it 0 for 4?
He's 0 for 4 in Oakland and 1 and 2 in Pittsburgh.
I wish the Bills played there. Anyway, so preseason's starting. Let's start there. Let's talk about some football.
All right. Well, we'll start with the Bills. And you guys are going to go with who as your starter?
I don't know. I guess going into week 3, we're going to see what Nate Peterman and what Josh Allen bring to the table. Josh Allen's starting, and the starter should go into the third quarter. Haven't seen Josh Allen with the first team yet. Haven't seen him behind the first string offensive line. He played real well last week. He made one play where he evaded defenders and shot a bullet to Rod Streeter across the back of the end zone. To me, they're both playing well enough. I don't care who starts. I will root for whoever is the starting quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. I mean, it doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter.
You don't have a preference?
No, whoever helps them win games.
All right.
I'll tell you, Nate Peterman, though. I mean, he's, I think, 17 for 20 for 227 yards so far this offseason.
Not only do you guys have quarterback issues, you got an off-the-field issue with your running back, your main star, LaShawn McCoy.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's in some legal trouble.
No.
Really? You don't know about his legal troubles?
I'm aware that there's troubles that his name's been involved in, but
he's accused of hiring people to rob his ex-girlfriend.
Well, he wasn't in the state, and there's no...
That's because he hired somebody to do it. Allegedly.
Allegedly. None of this has been proven. They're accusations.
They're accusations as of right now, but It's still a minor distraction, at least towards him. All I'm saying is it might be an issue. It might be. And what's your take on that possibly being an issue? What?
Next man up, Marcus Murphy. He's averaging over 5 yards a carry through preseason. He looks awesome. He might actually take the number 2 spot from Chris Ivory. So, I mean, they have Chris Ivory, who's a veteran, who's a solid. I don't think he can carry the entire load, but if needed, he could carry the majority of it. Marcus Murphy has looked awesome this weekend, or this preseason. So,
what about their defense? Because obviously covered your offense, and obviously Buffalo always ends up having a good tight end, regardless of who the hell it is, and then they end up being good when they're in Buffalo. So we'll go to your defense.
I think their defense will keep them in games.
All right, so
I think if I had to make a prediction, they finish 7-9, maybe 9-7. I think it could go either way. There's going to be a lot of close games. I think Miami finishes last. I think.
Why's that?
Why? It's Miami. I don't even know who's on their team anymore. I think their starting quarterback.
It's Tannehill, though.
Yeah, I've never had faith in him. Jets. I started Darnold. I started Bridgewater. Outside of that, I don't see a lot of.
Bridgewater's probably going to get traded because he's doing really good. So he should start for somebody.
There has to be a trade partner. Somebody needs to want him. And
Jaguars.
I don't think week 1.
Jaguars would be perfect for Bridgewater.
I don't think week 1 they get somebody. So
McCown's going to end up taking a backseat. It's going to be Donald. He looks great in preseason. I mean, he's played against starting teams. He's done great. So is Bridgewater, though. McCown barely took the field. I think he's done.
I think McCown was retained and brought back to be a coach. He's like 40 years old.
They said he was going to be a starter. No, it's funny. Donald's the same age as McCown's daughter.
Yeah, he's like 40
It's
years old.
disturbing. But he looks like he's like 29.
Maybe they can date. Maybe,
But
Sam
okay.
Darnold, Little McCown.
All right. So there's the Jets. You think they're going to finish middle of the pack?
I think there's too much uncertainty, and there's
Miami's in last.
There's the Jets.
Okay.
They're just the Jets. Like, I don't know.
Always mediocre. Then you got the Patriots.
I hate Tom Brady. I respect him immensely. He's super gifted. Probably one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. Not the best, but one of the best. Although I will tell you, some of his long balls are lame ducks. They've looked more over the last couple of years. I watch the Patriots a lot because I'm a Bills fan, and they are not the same long ball.
Well, when it comes to the Patriots, my opinion, Belichick, you have no emotion. Brady, quarterbacks, you're probably, in all honesty, you're probably one of the best.
Do we think you're a head case TB12? Yes.
When it comes to the Patriots, it's not as much hate as it is honest
No, we hate them.
respect / jealousy a little bit.
Oh no, there's some respect there.
And
there's absolute respect.
When it comes to hate, it's hate because the tuck rule, and to this day, it was a fumble. Even John Gruden and Charles Woodson agree. So, yeah, I hope you fumble every single time you get touched, Tom.
Yeah, here's the thing: if Pittsburgh and New England were playing together in the same stadium, it imploded with Belichick, Roethlisberger, and Tom Brady in it.
I respect Roethlisberger more than I do Brady.
Is it because the tape was destroyed, or because
Roethlisberger might have had his problem off the field, like so many people?
You realize that teammates,
But-
his own former teammates, don't like him.
But
You realize that because
there's a lot of them that do.
have you? Hold on. Because
Roethlisberger.
we do live relatively close to Pittsburgh. Right? I mean,
Yes.
we're not like 2 miles away, but we're relatively close. So have you talked to anybody who has personally met Ben Roethlisberger?
Yes,
And have you talked to several people who have personally met Ben Roethlisberger?
more than a handful.
Okay. What's the one thing every person that has met him says? Because they all say the same thing. Every time, every person, what's the one consistent thing that they say? He's a complete dick.
I've gotten that from people that have served him at restaurants and stuff. But
no, this is from people that have hung out with him. Complete dick.
still, we're not talking about his personality.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks are babies. We know this. But when it comes to his play, I give the guy respect. More than Brady.
We'll just hit our teams, and then we'll go into more depth next week about some of the teams, some of the other teams. We'll go into depth next week about the divisions, because that'll be week 4 preseason.
Yeah, we'll be going into the season. All right. My take on the Raiders.
We'll give some fantasy next week too.
Fanny. All right.
We'll give some fantasy next week.
Fantasy. All right. Well, let's talk about the Raiders. Raiders quarterback Derek Carr.
EJ Manuel.
Perfect. As a backup, Derek Carr. Perfect. No worries. As long as he stays healthy, we're going to be great.
I like Carr.
Last couple years, he's had bad luck. Last year, he broke a couple bones in his back. The year before, he broke his leg in a game that he shouldn't even have been in. We'll go to the running backs. Marshawn Lynch, still a beast. Then we have Doug Martin.
Marshawn Lynch, I forget who he was drafted by. He was drafted early, 6th or 8th or something.
Yep. And the stupid Bills got rid of him.
The Bills, that's right.
Quality guy.
Skittle boy.
Yes. Yeah. He's actually on his own Skittles package now, so you can actually go get Marshawn Lynch on a package. Now, our running backs, we have Marshawn Lynch and the ex-All-Pro Doug Martin.
That's a good backfield.
Then we have Jalen Richard. He's also a good kick returner, and he's like a younger Doug Martin.
So your skilled positions behind the line of scrimmage are good. How about your offensive line?
Our offensive line's All-Pro. We got 3 All-Pros, and the only question mark we're going to have is Donald Penn moving from his All-Pro position at left tackle over to right tackle, so Colton Miller, our rookie, can start.
You think that's a good idea to put a brand new rookie protecting the blind side of the quarterback?
No, I think Donald Penn should stay where he is, or where he's All-Pro at, and had Colton Miller start at right tackle. Now, when it comes to our receiving core, I think our receiving core is going to be at least top 5 in the league.
You have Amari Cooper.
We got Amari Cooper, we got Jordy Nelson, and we got Martavius Bryant. And at tight end, we got Jared Cook. Come on. Our offense is going to be potent. Now, here comes the question marks. Defense. First off, yes, we need to get Khalil Mack into camp.
You need to get him to camp or trade him to Buffalo?
He's not going to trade.
He is already out in Buffalo, right?
Yeah, that's his hometown, of course. Now, the problem there is...
Come on, Brandon Bean, work your magic. Hey, Khalil Mack, I have a suggestion for you. Do a Barry Sanders and retire. If they're not willing to trade you to Buffalo, don't even play. It's not worth it. Just throwing it out there. Good.
That's a wise decision.
Hey, they can do whatever they
want. All right. So, now let's go into the real defense that's there right now. Defensive line, you got a couple good rookies, Maurice Hurst and Arden Key. Then you still got Bruce Irvin and Jelly, Justin Ellis. They look good. Lee Calhoun. They look good in preseason. We've had a heck of a lot of sacks. Our linebacking core looks phenomenal with Tahir Whitehead that we picked up from the Detroit Lions. Derek Johnson, the All-Pro that we got from Kansas City. It looks good. Secondary, where we're going to have some questions. Garen Connolly hasn't stayed healthy. We picked up the Dominic Cromartie.
DRC, right?
Yep.
Dominic Cromartie Rogers?
Yep.
Dominic Rogers Cromartie. Yeah.
Yes, we just picked him up. We have a couple other veterans. They look good. Our secondary looks good.
You know this is a passing league, right?
Yeah.
So your whole defense is based on 2 things. Can you get to the quarterback, and can you stop the receivers?
Well, so far they've proven in preseason they're getting to the quarterback a lot better than they did last year.
Are they stopping the receivers from catching the ball?
Yeah. They've looked really good. They've only actually given up 1 touchdown this preseason passing.
But you're looking at second and third teams. So week 3 is usually the tell-all about how good you're going to be. It's a little less vanilla.
Yeah, and they won.
So we'll see. What did they play?
They played Friday night, and they won. They look good. Let's go to the other teams in the division. Kansas City, stupid. Let's get rid of Alex Smith for Pat Mahomes. You're going to put all your trust in that young guy. Okay, I get it.
They're
He's
investing
the
in
future.
Yeah, they're investing in the future.
But you had Alex Smith, a proven winner. Don't get rid of him. And if you are going to get rid of him, at least trade him. Don't let him go in free agency. God, you should have got something for him. A hell of a quarterback. You're bad. And then you lost All-Pro Derek Johnson. He came to us. Then you got rid of Marcus Peters, too. You're All-Pro cornerback. You guys, I don't know if you're rebuilding or what, but good luck.
You know, they still have a pretty solid team.
Yeah, they got Kareem Hunt, and they got a couple other good guys on that team.
They're solid. They're gonna give the Raiders a run for the money. They can definitely hang with the Raiders. I don't think they have enough talent to beat them, but they can definitely hang. I think Mahomes is gonna set them back a couple games compared to Alex Smith.
Yeah, definitely.
But I wouldn't count Kansas City out.
Let's go to the Bolts. You pretty much forced Antonio Gates out the door, and you got Phillip Rivers.
He's like 80.
But he's still a quality quarterback.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't say anything about his skill.
He pulls shit out of his ass. He really does. And that's the one thing I give Phillip Rivers credit for. But on that note, Chargers, you just can't win. You're in close games, and then you just can't finish them. Until you can do that.
The Chargers, they beat Buffalo 52-24 last year or something like that. It was sickening.
And until you do something about that, you're not even worth talking about. Denver, you got rid of everybody.
Who's the quarterback for Denver this year?
Isn't that Case Keenum?
Yeah. That's.
You still got Emmanuel Sanders. It's tough. You still got Thomas. Tough as wide receivers, and then you got Von Miller on your defense. So Denver, you still got some pieces to a puzzle, but sorry, that puzzle isn't going to get you the division.
So what's your prediction on the Raiders? Give me a record prediction.
I'll tell you this: if Derek Carr plays all 16 games,
they're not going 16-0.
No, I'm not saying they're going to go 16-0. They will be 12-4, without doubt. 12-4. My prediction: Oakland will be 12-4. They'll win their division. They'll make the playoffs.
You're predicting they're 12-4, and you don't know who they play this year. That's pretty.
I know. Well, I know they play the Steelers, and they play the Steelers division. They play Baltimore, the Browns, and Cincinnati. So you're looking.
It's not an easy division.
You're looking at Cincinnati.
Go Andy Dalton. Hey,
okay.
Andy Dalton, I just want to thank you as a diehard Bills fan. Thank you. Let me thank you for two things. One, the 4th and 12th pass was amazing. You thread the needle. That was probably the most amazing throw I've ever seen in my life, especially since it pushed Buffalo into the playoffs. Thank you. Second thing is for you to take the time out of your day in order to give back to Buffalo through your charity. That's amazing. You are a great individual. Thank you for all that you've done, and thank you for all the support that you've given the city of Buffalo. All right, I'm done. Andy Dalton's the man. And if you haven't read up on it, that entire story from the second he threw the pass until today's game, it's definitely worth taking a couple minutes out to read it. But go ahead.
Respect to you, Andy Dalton, but you will lose against the Raiders. So will Baltimore. And Cleveland, you're up and coming, but you're not going to win against Oakland. And Pittsburgh, you're going out to Oakland, so you're going to lose. So I do have confidence the Raiders will be 12-4.
All right.
Bills?
I told you, Bills finish somewhere between 9-7 and 7-9. There will be a lot of close games. Not knowing what they're doing at quarterback. I mean, if they start Josh Allen, probably 7-9. He's going to make some rookie mistakes. They start Nate Peterman, maybe 8-8. Like, he's a game manager, but he can sling the ball. Josh Allen's incredibly gifted, but those mistakes could be overcome by the strength of his arm. I mean, you have professional analysts and professional football players and professional sportscasters that say this is one of the best arms they've ever seen. They compare his physical attributes, and I'm not saying this is a comparison to this player, but they compare his physical attributes with his arm and things like that to John Elway. They said a huge arm that can make any throw any NFL player can make. Josh Allen's opportunity, accuracy, footwork, which is significantly improved. He's farther along than anybody thought he would be at this point. And they don't know if it's Jordan Palmer or if it's quarterback coaches, but he's farther along than anybody anticipated. That's why he might start week 1. He might be forcing the timeline forward. So having a rookie in there, he's going to make mistakes. I get it. Like, you have to expect those growing pains. But doesn't mean that he can't get him into the playoffs. There's more than one person on the team. I think it's
enough with uncertainty. What's the record? Are they making the playoffs?
I don't think they make playoffs this year. Like I said, somewhere.
What's the record? No, not somewhere between. Give me an answer.
I'm a Bills fan. I always have hope. Let's go 8-8. I'm gonna go right in the middle. 8-8.
8-8. No possible wild card.
Not
out of it.
Not 8-8. Not with the.
All right.
The Browns, the Bengals, and the Baltimore fighting for a wild card, and then you have Denver, Kansas City fighting for a wild card, and maybe Tennessee again. I mean, you have 5, 6 possible teams there that are going to fight.
Tennessee. Just because you brought them up.
I hate Tennessee.
Marcus Mariota.
I do like Marcus Mariota though.
You have skills, buddy. I like it. I hope you keep doing what you're doing. You're a quality quarterback. I'm not sure you're on the team that'll get you there, though.
I love how you talk to the players rather than to the audience. Like, so maybe we should just maybe we should send the email link to like. So what we would have to send this: Marcus Mariota, Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, like.
Oh, sure.
They don't care.
And if any of you guys are going to respond, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're
not going to say, "Oh,
anybody that
look at these idiots."
Anybody that I've mentioned, if you see this and you want to even just call and talk smack, that'd be great. Just make sure that you write me a letter and sign it.
Hey, quarterbacks out there, I'll give you his address.
Make sure you sign it. You can say,
"Hey
Lou," and then you can write whatever you want. Like, "You piece of crap, you don't know anything you're talking about," from Tom Brady. Because by the time I'm done with it, it's going to say, "To Lou, you're the man, Tom Brady." And I'm going to frame it. So, just throwing that out there.
If any quarterbacks out there, like, maybe Josh Allen, 6'5", 6'6", 250 pounds. If you want to, act on the comment that Lou said, all quarterbacks are, what'd you say? Pansies? All quarterbacks are babies. Babies, I think, is the term he used. All quarterbacks are babies.
Compared to the ones in the 80s, like Joe Montana or any of that? Yeah. No. Because you want to know why you guys got rules, and you got rules that protect you. And honestly, Tom Brady, you're a wuss. You sit there, and every time you get touched, so make it go like this. You're looking at the ref like, "No flag."
Hey, seriously, Tom,
take a fucking hit.
Tom, if you want to send Gronk down, I'll give you his address. Shoot him.
Yeah. Trust me.
No,
that'd be great.
Anyway, guys, I think we're gonna wrap this up. We've been rambling long enough. We'll edit it. We'll clean it up a little bit. But I'll tell you what. If you think we're idiots, if you think we're stupid, if you whatever, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're gonna try to do this every week. We'll have a couple episodes a week, and we'll keep it narrowed. And we'll give you guys the heads up. So, like, if we're talking about NFL, it's gonna be NFL titled. If we're doing a prank, it's gonna say, "Hey, look, this is the prank." If we are talking about stupid people using social media, we will title it
social media.
Stupid people using social media.
And if you guys want to just leave a couple comments, if you guys want to talk smack, go ahead and talk smack. We can take it. But make sure you have your ducks in a row, because if you talk smack on something you know absolutely nothing about, I'm going to rip you a new asshole.
We will respond to comments, and we'll read some hate. We won't just keep it to ourselves. Trust us.
Especially if they're funny ones.
Yeah.
So, always like a laugh.
Anyway, guys, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Give us a shout out. we'll definitely be on. We're just getting started. It's only it gets better from here. I know we rambled a little bit today, but we'll get over it. We'll start digging in. I think our next post. What do you want to do? Social media?
Oh yeah, we can go there.
Yeah, the dumb people on social media. That probably includes us, but man, there's some people that are way worse.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. And you guys have a great day.
Raider Nation for life, baby.
Bills Mafia, sorry.